Welcome to Marlins Way, where we find Lone Depot Park. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Dominican Republic going up against the Netherlands. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And even though they're opening on the road, there's a little something more at stake because of the new city they call home.
Yeah, and, you know, their home opener is going to be the big event, but this is still an important series for them and a historic game here today. And when you're representing a new city, you really want to get the season off to a successful start.
Yep, they're looking to give their new fans something to cheer about right away. The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. So, almost ready to get underway, and towing the slab in this one, Kevin Gausman.
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA, and you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out, and not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on.
This one swung on and hit well, way back there. And that one is out of here. The first batter of the game leaves the yard. His first homer of the year, and just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0.
Well, we see this so much more today. Lineups with pop in the leadoff spot, and it really puts the pitcher in a tough spot out there where he has to execute right away. You can't just get over a couple of strikes to settle in, get comfortable, because at the plate, that guy's looking to do exactly what he just did.
Oh, now this one's high and deep, way back there, on its way, gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. It's 2-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one carrying. In one, hops off the wall, should be extra bases. And he's into second with nobody out.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And now it's going to be Juan Soto. Next offering is down low. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here on opening day. That one not close.
1 strike.
And now 3-1.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
And that one is lifted in the air. Taylor settles underneath it. Makes the catch. Runner tags at second, but now he won't try for third. Stays put with one away. Okay, let's check out the lineup. Now, with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
Upstairs.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Out there to center. It's going to fall for a hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because
this one in the air right field, and no one can get there. And it gets by him. 1 run is in. Machado rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in. Not in time. He's safe. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. The pitch. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Now 2 away as they get a run across.
Well, clear game plan coming in this one. Be aggressive against this starter. Try to knock him out of this ball game, and it looks like they're on their way to doing that. Get into the bullpen a little bit early. Could be a great offensive day.
Laboring here. About to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. Lace down the line. Could be extra bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. To second. Pulls him off the bag.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy. Didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep. Took the barrel right to it and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Kevin Gausman makes way, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Righty reliever out of the pen, Randy Vasquez.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. Coming home. He'll score, and it's an RBI single. It's 6-0. So the batting order turns over, and the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. Lifted in the air, right center field. Sheets sizes this one up, and that's the 3rd out. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 6-0 ball game. Back here in Miami, and on the hill, the lefty, Christopher Sanchez. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year, a sub 350 ERA. And, you know, guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers that are pitching sub twos, they're dominating. But when you can have that kind of consistency, you know you have a chance to win the ball game every time he takes the mound. So, you know, good season last year, opportunity for him to go out there and repeat it this year, possibly even improve. But I tell you what, if this guy's pitching for me and I'm playing in the outfield, I'm loving every minute of it.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Rodriguez makes the play, and there's one down. Let's take a look at our lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer, and when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
To third. Slings to first in time.
Batting third, the catcher, Carlos.
Two outs, base is empty. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Carlos Narvaez. Two outs, base is empty.
Two balls.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
That one ripped left field. The one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Everything came together for him. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Here's a big power threat. Ben Rice, man at second. And there's a foul ball.
Well, here's a chance right here for one of the better hitters on this roster to get him on the board in the first. Thanks to the 3-hole hitter extending the inning. Good at bat with 2 outs.
And that's a base hit. Narvaez around third. He will score. It's an RBI single. It's 6-1. We all saw it was hit hard, but how hard was it, Singy? StatCast is here with the answer.
Yeah, Boog, it says the exit velo was 113 miles per hour, and it looked every bit of it, didn't it? I mean, just an impressive swing of the bat, and clearly he saw it out of the pitcher's hand no problem.
Here's Marcelo Zuna. Here's the pitch to Ozuna. Swing and a miss, struck him out. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. And we're back. Here's Ketel Marte.
The second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Right side, Iglesias. They get the out on Marte.
Now batting, the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card.
That one ripped. Gone. And they add to the lead. It's 7-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
And now it's Juan Soto. Next one misses, and it's 2-1. One out, bases empty, and a run in here at the top of the second. And that one wrapped foul. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still fires to first.
Wise to just eat that. Otherwise, you risk throwing it into the dugout.
Manny Machado up to the plate. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Taylor makes the grab, and there's two gone.
Now batting, designated hitter, Junior Caminero.
And now the DH, Junior Caminero.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
That's outside. 2-1. Soto leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That one fouled off. 2-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Catcher has it. Fires to first.
He's out.
That completes the strikeout. Inning over. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's 7-1. Back here at Lone Depot Park, bottom half of inning number 2. Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And the leadoff man aboard. Here's Jared Kelenic. Sanchez winds and deals. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. Sanchez. He's the kind of starter that a lot of pitching coaches and managers as well really appreciate. Not a guy who's going to get himself into trouble by dancing around, by walking guys. In plenty of time to first. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
Yeah, he throws strikes, and he's got the command, be in the zone, be effective, but just moving the ball around, getting the ball back from the catcher, Boog, and throwing the pitch.
Runner at second here, one gone. It's an interesting thing when you consider limiting walks. Is it more important today because of how many home runs are being hit?
No doubt. Keeping players off the base paths with the way the swings and the launch angles are today, the emphasis of hitting home runs is so huge. It's never been more important.
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Gets it to first, and there's 2 away. Yeah, I think the other part, though, as well, is it goes both ways, because I think that pitchers at times are more than willing to give up walks because they'll come back and strike the next guy out. Tyrone Taylor, the next to hit. Pitch misses, and it's 2-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
2-2 the count.
Got him swinging. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection.
Julio Rodriguez.
Up the middle. Fires to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play.
Now back, the catcher, Austin Wells.
Here's the power hitting catcher, Austin Wells. 1 out, bases empty. And now it's even up. Ripped on the ground to second. Throws to first in time. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd.
The batter, number 2, shortstop.
2 down, bases empty. Now it's the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Right side. Sheets sizing this one up. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Welcome back. Busy time around the league, taking a look at some notable free agent signings. Next offering upstairs.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
That one misses. Now 3-1. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug. No question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss.
The batter, number 7, second baseman, Jose.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Iglesias. Tapped out in front of the plate. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd.
Now batting, the catcher, Carlos.
2 outs, base is empty. Carlos Narvaez digs in now. Outside low, 2-1.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Right through there for a strike. Now a screamer into the outfield. Tatis makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back here in Miami, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Fernando Tatis Jr. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hit well, right field, way back, and gone. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game. It's 8-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. That's just a great feeling as a hitter. You let the ball travel, tracked it pretty nicely. He's almost beat there, but he gets the bat head in time, and it's true enough to stay fair. I mean, that's a good feeling when you can hit an opposite field home run, and he did it right there.
That one outside. 2-1.
You know, this group of hitters really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. Everything is clicking, and when you're producing more than 2 runs an inning, it's pretty obvious your guys came to do some damage.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. Gone way up into the upper deck. Into the second deck it goes. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. It's 9-1. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
Now the batter now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning here on opening day. Outside with a breaking ball.
Obviously, this type of run production isn't exactly sustainable game to game, but it's a good sign that a lot of hard work's been paying off.
And that's down and away. Can't glove it cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw.
Out.
And they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay.
Now batting, the left fielder,
Juan Soto now. Still only 1 out here in the inning. And now it's 1-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And now it's Manny Machado. Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. 1 at second, double play. And that'll do it for the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And they're starting to run away. It's now 9-1. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low key.
Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
Your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck too.
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now?
Really old, like close to Social Security benefits.
Yeah. And that one inside and it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him and he hit him. And now here is Gavin Sheets. And down on strikes he goes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Now the left fielder, Jared Kelnick. Here's a 1-1. That one to first, slides, but it gets by him. Here's a speed threat, Emil Morales. That one missed.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
Just missed there. Boog, how would you describe your strike zone?
Kind of like a Weeble, large. Here's the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. Fouled off left side. Off the plate, and now 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's down and in. That is ball 4, and that'll bring home a run.
Man, that looked to be in the strike zone right there. That's a tough one to have go against you and force in a run.
So the lineup flips over. Now the third baseman, Noel V. Marte. Swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Tatis settles under it and makes the catch. And that is that. So they get 1 but end up leaving the bases loaded. We're headed to the 5th. The Republicans have the advantage, 9-2.
Now pitching.
We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Kyle Hart.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Junior Caminero. Swung on, belted. That's back there. Out of here. His first homer of the year, and they add a run. It's 10-2.
That fastball wasn't even in the zone, and he was still able to hit it out. Wow. High fastballs, especially with good velocity, can be really hard to catch up to. But he stays tall, his top hand works extremely well, and he absolutely clobbered it.
And here is Julio Rodriguez. Liner, base hit.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Austin Wells getting ready to hit. Now snap throw to first. And he dives back in safely. And that misses. And it's 3-2. Rodriguez gets his lead at first with nobody out. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
This guy will throw any pitch at any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
So digging in, Geraldo Perdomo. Man at first, 1 away. Runner takes off. Hammer, base hit. Around second is Rodriguez. The relay throw. He's not going to get him. He's in there.
He was all over that one. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's the right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr. Second and third, 1 away. And we're at the top of the 5th. Missed
Ball
with a
two.
changeup. Now 2-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And that just misses.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Tatis waits. Swing and a ball popped up. Iglesias puts it away for the out.
The batter number 3, second baseman, Ketel Marte.
An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that one hops the wall. Runner from second crosses the plate. And it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Kyle Hart gives way, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching.
Pitching change here, Ryan Hoeing.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
So up next, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next pitch is downstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Slow roller up the middle. Iglesias tosses to first. They limit the damage here. So they get 3 runs on 4 hits. 1 was the solo homer. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Dominican Republic have the lead. It's 12-2. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Iglesias.
In the air, right field. Tatis after it. Makes the catch for the out. And there's 1 down.
You know, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Just missed. That one finds the zone, and the count is even 2-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a ground ball. Slings to first in time.
The first baseman, number 22. Right.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Ben Rice. 2 outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. And that's a double.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Brian Snitker out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change.
Now pitching.
Dennis Santana gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Rice at second with 2 down. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
One ball.
He's dealing with a great two-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. All set for the top of the 6th. Here's Juan Soto. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He sends it out of here. And they add on. It's 13-2.
At this level, you got to be good. Sometimes you got to be a little lucky. That was a pretty nasty pitch. Sinker on the outside corner, but he did a great job of covering it, and he hit the ball out of the park.
Here's Machado. That misses the zone, and the count is filled up. Outside, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
So a man at first. Now it's the DH, Junior Caminero. And down on strikes. And there's one down.
Oh, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. One run across in the frame so far here on opening day. And there's a ball.
2 strikes.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. High throw to first, and he can't reach it. And this ball's going to wind up out of play.
Well, you can't give him 2 errors on that play, but that's pretty much what it looked like. Tried to stay with it after the bobble, and it might have pulled it off with a good throw, but it's very easy to rush the throw when you don't field it cleanly. A lot of times guys don't have a good grip on it, and I think that was the case right there.
2 on with 1 out. Austin Wells now at the plate. Fought off foul. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Two on, 1 out. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Fouls it off, still 1-2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. That one hammered center field. Taylor moving back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Runners tagging from second and third. And he gets to third safely, moving up on the fly out, and there are 2 gone. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
2-1 now. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. In comes the runner from third, and it's an RBI single, and the lead continues to grow. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Brian Hoeing departs, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching.
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Sean Reynolds. Fernando.
Well, there's a lot more work to be done in this series, but it all starts 1 game at a time. Taking the first of 4, that means you're in a position to avoid a sweep. Come out tomorrow, you win 2 games, you know that you've at least split the series. Those are the mind games you got to play with yourself as a big league ball player to get yourself ready every day.
15-3 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.